thank you for taking the time to sit down to have a conversation with Georgia Asian Times. Consul General Sangpyo Suh, you're the Consul General of Republic of Korea in Atlanta.
Yeah, sure.
How has the consulate adapted its services post-pandemic to support the Korean community and businesses?
You know that during the COVID period, pandemic period, our consular service were limited because the face-to-face service is not easy. So we provide our services through that online digitalized services. So right now, fully normalized to give our consular service to people. So now many Korean Americans and also Americans who would like to visit Korea, they visit our consulate. So we well organized, systemized our service to give the more convenience to our visitors, mean that Korean community and also Americans.
So, what efforts, Consul General, are being made to strengthen the cultural exchange between Korea and Georgia as we speak?
You know, before I came here, I was the Korean ambassador to the Pakistan. In that kind of country, I mean that developing country, the civil society, private sector, are not well developed. So most of our cultural exchange and cultural cooperation given by the embassies and consulate in the developed country, but the United States, very developed country, and many Koreans live here. So basically, our cultural and people-to-people exchange happened by the private sector-driven initiatives. So we have many Korean cultural music and dance association foundation. They helped us, so we also support them. So for example, that you know that the Korean festival, it holds every October. That is mainly organized by the Korean community, and we just attend that.
Yeah, we have covered that event many years, and it's a very big, very large event. Yes, and it's a very popular event too.
Yeah, I was told last year more than around 100,000 visitors to the festival. More than half were Americans.
Yeah,
you know, Korean Americans, other than Korean Americans. So,
I think it's also because right now Korea is so popular in terms of its K-pop and also fashion, and also its technology is very popular among the young people.
Yeah, I was surprised even that some Americans, they spoke to me in Korea. In Korean language, but they just speak 안녕하세요, good morning or something, but still they know the Korean language.
Yeah, speaking of that, we've been asked a lot of this question by young people. How can Georgia students and professionals benefit from the educational and scholarship program in Korea if they wish to participate? Where will be a good place to find that information or how to apply? Do you have any suggestion?
So basically, Korean university and colleges, they offer many scholarships to foreign students. So again, when I was in Pakistan, the government, Korean government supported scholarship only 20 and 30 a year, but every year more than 300 Pakistani students, they went to Korea, get a scholarship directly from the university, same in the United States. I found that in my area, I covered 6 states, Georgia and Florida and North and South Carolina, Tennessee and Alabama. A year we send American student with full scholarship. I found that just couple of students, but many American students they find a scholarship from that directly from the Korean university. So I encouraged the U.S. student visited that website to that each renowned Korean university. They have plenty of the scholarship program for Korean students. Yeah.
That's great. That's good. That's good information right there. I'm going to shift gears now towards an upcoming event that's coming up in April, which is the World Korean Business Conference, which will be taking place at the Gwinnett Guest House Conference and Convention Center. And this is considered a biannual event every 2 years. And
actually not every year event.
Every year. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And this year is taking place in Gwinnett. And I heard through the press conference they are expecting 15,000 people, businesses from around the world coming to this event. What is the main vision and objective of the World Korean Business Conference, Consul General?
After Korean War, Korean economy was not so strong, but year had passed. We found that in 2002, many overseas Korean businessmen, they are doing very well. So we started overseas World Korean Businessmen Convention Conference in Korea every year.
Oh.
And as far as I know that now, especially in United States, we have a bigger Korean business community. So 2 years ago, we held Korea World Business Convention in California, Orange County. I guess people that only we held World Korean Business Convention in Korea. And last year, surely we held the convention in Korea, and now we found that Georgia, especially Atlanta, is a good place to hold the World Korean Businessmen Convention. So we decided to that, that Atlanta is the hub of the Southeast United States, Southeast United States, big venue, a place for Korean investors to come. So very right decision, good decision to hold this year the World Korean Business Convention in Atlanta, especially to Gwinnett. Gwinnett, we have many Koreans lives there.
Yes, that's true, and there's a large Korean businesses too in Gwinnett.
And many Korean Americans, Koreans live there right now.
How can local Georgia businesses and entrepreneurs benefit from attending this conference?
Surely, this convention, or the Korean Business Convention, happens in Atlanta. many Korean investors, Korean businessmen, when they come to Atlanta, first they check with the opportunity, possibility to do with business and invest in this area. So I guess that this year's World Korean Business Convention, the most benefits of this convention would be the Georgian, especially Atlantan, Korean businessmen or and Americans here in this area.
I see. Speaking of Georgia and Korea, what are the key areas of the trade and investment that South Korea and Georgia should focus in the coming years, in your opinion?
Until last year, Korea's the biggest destination of export was China. But since in the beginning of this year, the trend has changed. So the U.S. United States become the biggest destination of Korean export and surely investment. That means every areas of industry and every business would be the good business opportunity for Korea and U.S. businessmen, but especially in this day that EV industry, electric vehicle industry, to invest in the United States and the chip. And right now, new administration came to power in the United States. The new Trump administration asked Korea to join the shipbuilding industry. So in Georgia also add new industry other than the EV and chip industry might chance to bring that investment from Korea to Georgia for the shipbuildings and the new area of the huge opportunity, huge potential trade and investment between Korea and the United States.
Yeah, Korea has a tradition and knowledge in shipbuilding for many years, and you guys have the expertise in that, and it will be very big market if Georgia and South Korea can partner along that line in the shipbuilding industry.
Shipbuilding is a very key area in the world right now.
Yes.
Korea and China and some of Europe country and also Japan as well. Very strong shipping does in the world, but the U.S. Until recently they haven't invested the shipbuilding industry, but right now they found it very important. So United States and Korea will cooperate in shipbuilding industry, shipbuilding in business also. So very huge opportunity in every areas of business.
I'm going to switch subject now. This is perhaps dealing with education. Right now, I understand there are a lot of Korean students coming from Korea to come to American universities, especially in Georgia. Do you have an estimate number of students, Korean students, in Georgia right now?
In Georgia, two kind of Koreans have moved in a lot. one in surely workers because the Korean company invest a lot recently in Georgia.
Yes.
And then student, but we cannot count the exact number. But when I got here, official Korean and Korean American population in Georgia are 100,000, but I found that 150,000, and some told me that reached the 200. That means that the increasement of Korean community actually three ways. I told you that Korean workers to support that our investment. Second one is student, and third one from that other state.
Okay. Yeah.
So one third of new increasement to Korean population, I guess that by the Korean student. So huge number.
Huge number.
Yeah,
Yes.
I cannot count it.
Great. Well, we are coming. I don't want to take too much of your time this morning. Can you share your perspective? How do you see the future of Korea and Georgia relations evolving over the next 10 years?
Actually, my posting in Atlanta is second time. So, sorry, exactly from 1995 to 6, I came to Atlanta as a young and new diplomat. Had the opportunity to study in Georgia, Atlanta. I attended Georgia State University. In those days, there's only Korean companies were three. They all had the sales office. I mean that Hyundai Auto Company and Dell Electronics and Samsung Electronics. Now in Georgia, we have more than 150 Korean companies. Most of them they have a plant here, not only a sales office. So during the first 3 decades, Korean companies, number of Koreans has increased a lot, and Korean community is almost 10,000. Right now, around 150,000. So more than 10 times bigger. So I expect that in the next decade, in the coming decade, I think Korean community continue to increase, and Korean business would be enormously increasing. So Georgia is a kind of another second home for Koreans.
Yes, and also there's direct flight from Atlanta to Seoul.
So how many direct flights a day?
Yeah.
3 times.
Yes.
3 times a day. I found that one city from Atlanta to other foreign cities, 3 times a day is a very big number. The more frequent city from Atlanta to other cities, one is Mexico City, surely. I was told the 4 times, and UK, and Amsterdam, and then Korea. So huge relation.
Yes. Yes.
Mexico, UK,
Yes.
and Amsterdam. Amsterdam covers whole Europe.
That's right. Yeah.
So 3 times per day that flight is the huge connection by
Yes.
flight.
Yes. And there's also a lot of Korean ship that comes into Port of Savannah.
Savannah
Yes.
and Brunswick.
Yeah, Brunswick. Yeah.
So-
And now the area in Port of Savannah, around Savannah, is booming because of the Hyundai plan.
Yeah.
And all the Korean auto suppliers are coming along with that too,
Yeah.
to build their manufacturing base nearby to support the EV industry.
Yeah, so even though that currently the demand of EV become weak, but future society all would go to electronics. That's the future society. So
Yeah.
Korean companies, they invest a lot to electronize the industry and high-tech industries. So I guess that my next car would be the EV, electric vehicles. So far, I'm using that, the gasoline combustion engine vehicles, but next my vehicle would be the EV, right?
An EV.
Yeah.
Made in Georgia.
And in Korea also, they sell a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, for speaking to us at Georgia Asian Time. We look forward to many more conversation with you in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.
감사합니다.
Thank you.